They hide the truth in the shadows. It's time to light the way. This is the Fifth Estate.
Welcome, everybody, to this Monday episode of the Fifth Estate. I'm your host, Mr. Roderick Reese. Make sure before we get started, you go ahead and you click the like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Share it with your peoples on Facebook, TikTok, X, any of those things you got. Please share them out. I also want to remind everybody that today is Martin Luther King Day. Those of you that celebrate said holiday, hope you got your celebration on. Those of you that don't, I understand why. Because I don't. Because I don't celebrate people that you find out kind of in the end was fighting against you. You find out that kind of later in life, kind of make it disappointed, because when you're a man that was like, yeah, Martin Luther King, he was that dude, man. He was that dude. Kind of find out he wasn't that dude. He was just a dude. Right. What we're going to get into this evening, so I ain't going to keep it too long. This is probably going to run here about 20 minutes. I ain't going to keep it too long. Let you get, marinated in the sauce. But there's something we seriously got to really talk about. And I'm going to preface it with this particular video I am about to show you. All right. This particular video. Let's go with it.
Nazis! Fuck you, you fucking traitor! How dare you have a rainbow fucking umbrella, you Nazi bitch! How dare you try to steal that from our people! Fuck you, you Nazi traitor! You Nazis! Fuck you, you fucking traitor! How dare you have a rainbow fucking umbrella, you Nazi bitch! How dare you try to steal that from our people! Fuck you, you Nazi traitor! You
You indoctrinate these children so you can fucking rape them. Isn't that what it is, you fucking asshole? Is that what it fucking is, man? You think you're gonna bring your kids here and we're gonna spare you while you fucking support the bombing of children in Gaza? You fucking these fucking Nazi little bitches. Goddamn, be smarter than your parents. Your parents are fucking Nazis. You're such a Nazi little bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you think you can just destroy our nation? Why do you think you can bring back white supremacy? Why do you think you're better than everybody else? What the fuck is wrong with you assholes? Oh, it's funny, fucking Nazi piece of shit. What are you worshiping? You're fucking taking fucking whiskey shots with Hezgath. Be honest. Look at it. He laughed. He laughed because he knows it's true. You guys aren't fucking worshiping. Look at this bitch ass. You're worshiping. Look at this fucking little bitch ass little American pin. Look at this little bitch ass kid. Look at him. Yes. Yeah, move on, you punk ass bitch. You will be judged not by a god, but by a court of law, you fucking Nazi fuck. You can't tell me to stop. This is the sidewalk. This is the First Amendment. You are preventing my First Amendment rights. I am protesting. You are preventing me from practicing my First Amendment rights. You are violating the Constitution. You little bitch ass. What's your fucking excuse? I'm not near him.
You don't have to be that close.
Look at this little bitch putting his hands on me. Little punk ass bitch. All right, what's your fucking excuse? Why do you fucking go to a church that preaches? No, we know. What about the nationalism? What about the Christian nationalism? What is it about?
Is that all you got to say?
No, what is it about?
That's all you got to
What
say.
is it about, asshole?
I don't need to discuss
See, you won't defend yourself because you're a punk ass little bitch fucking Nazi. Fuck you, you fucking Nazi fucking piece of shit. Shame on you. You think you're fucking superior than people? You ain't shit, bitch. You ain't fucking shit. You ain't nothing but a fucking cowardly fucking traitor. Look at these spineless little bitches.
Nazis! Fuck you, you fucking traitor! How dare you have a rainbow fucking umbrella, you Nazi bitch! How dare you!
This is crazy shit. This is ultimately crazy shit. This is crazy shit. I mean, now it's fashionable to call churchgoers Nazis. Call them, right, an oxymoron, right? And you know, those of you that know, Christian nationalism is an oxymoron, but it sounds great because we have to stop them, the Nazis and the Christians are taking over the country, even though I don't know the difference between the two, but I think they're the same and it sounds good. Christian nationalism. See, it's kind of funny how they went for the the National Socialist Workers Party, right? You see that, right? And then they try to add Christian nationalism. See the parallel? I just happen to point out in here low level vocabulary, and you always hear the same talking points, right? We hear the same shit and they think they're slick with their language, but Slick Willie was better than them because he got all the hoes on the corner on Cuyahoga and 45th in Cleveland, right? These boys, they just new to the game, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm not going to get off on that, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all got a little chuckle out of that a little bit, you know? But real talk though, right? Real speak, y'all. Like, these idiots think they are defending America. I don't, you know, I don't know what America they're defending, but it ain't the one that me, and according to the numbers between all platforms, 779,244 of you. I don't think this is the same America they're talking about. We don't, obviously we live in two different Americas, right? I think the 780,000 of you that are listening knows freedom is everything. But when you have to go out in the public, you have to encounter dumb fucks like this. You're a Nazi. That's all they got to say. You're a Nazi. All I hear is like, you know what I mean? It's like nails on a chalkboard now for me when I hear these people, because I know what they're gonna say exactly to the syllable. You know, I'll tilt my head to the videos when I see them because you Nazi fuck. You support a pedophile. Oh my Jesus Christ. You got anything else to say besides that? Like, do you go home? These are the type of people that stand in front of the mirror and recite this shit, right? With the little signs. They had the little signs. We're saving America. No, ICE is a Gestapo. We have to stop the Nazis. The president is Trump is a dictator. And you know, they make the little faces with it in the mirror to make him look and sound serious. You know, they talk through cups and they threw their fists down like they're tough and from the bricks. You know what I mean? Like they doing something. These are the people you're dealing with. That people in that video, right? It's funny. It's funny, right? Because we honestly, right? We can't take these people seriously no more. You know what I mean? 90% of these people ain't got a pot to piss in, nor a window to throw it out of. So why are these degenerates? Why are these? I mean, if their vocabulary is any indication of their income, they're living in cardboard boxes and kicking Bork and bean cans down the road every week, telling everybody they moving. You know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, this is crazy. But these same people tell you we're college educated. Yeah, you're probably college educated. Again, because you probably have your master's degree, not your degree, your master's degree. Because more than likely, you got the money on loan from your master, right? You got the money on loan from your master. Was it Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac? Which one was it? But you got your You got your money for your degree from your master. That's why it's a master's degree for you. Because it's the indoctrination that you would follow your master since you got paid off. Huh? You got paid off by your master to go do his bidding. You're doing a good job of it right now. Nazi scam of our streets. Nazi scam of our streets. That's all you got, bro. Is that all? Is that all you got? Really? I got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old grandchild over yonder. They got better vocabulary than that. I swear my grandkids, when they no lie, I got a total story. One day I was sitting here doing some editing and I was watching some stuff, whatever, and my oldest came in. My oldest granddaughter came in and she was like, "Pa, what you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just listening at these people just like go off." Now, mind you, right? If you're on TikTok, you've seen the video I did with her, and I asked her if Hawaii is part of the United States, and she said yes. Now, mind you, at that time when that video was taken, she was in kindergarten, and she knew that Hawaii was part of the United States. But anyway, so we were sitting here, and I was going through all this, and she straight up said, "She's like, why is the people with the blue hair? Why are they always screaming about something?" I looked at her, I was like, "You noticed that?" She's like, "Yeah." She was like, "Every time I see you watching these videos, whether it be on your phone or on the tablet or on your computer or the big monitor on the wall, it's always the color-haired people that are always screaming about something." She was like, "Dad, don't they have friends? Don't they got brothers and sisters to play with?" I'm like, "Honey, they probably disown their brothers and sisters and their family because they probably voted for Trump." She was like, "Over the president?" She's like, "People need to get a life." I was like, "I know, honey. I know." I mean, imagine she's 7. She's 7. She's 7. I was like, "Yeah, you're right." She's like, "Man." And she walks off. She's like, "What the Sigma?" You know how these kids talk now, right? The Sigma and the Riz. I'm like, look, little sis. These are the type of people that are around you every day. These are the type of people, right? The parents that you see at the schools, right? She just shook her head and walked off. She was like, "Pop, I can't." I was like, "I know." She walks. It was pretty hilarious conversation. I ad-lib notes her, but that's basically what the conversation was. She even at 7, she even notices it. That's the cray part. Like, I'm like, if she notices it, damn well them grown ass people notice it. Notice what they doing. Right? I mean, granted, I cuss a lot too. I don't give 2 shits. But I'm not gonna be sitting out in the street cussing people out. Nazis come off the street. Same thing with my experience out there. No Kings, right? Them No Kings and all that stuff, right? You would think these people are educated, but they're running around in tutus like little bitch-made fairies and enticing people of color to try to do things to fit a stereotype so they can call the police to get the brown man beat up by the polices. You know what I'm saying? Like they these people bought their jobs. Here's a sad part. These people never earned their jobs. They bought their jobs, right? Because you get what y'all get what I'm saying, and you just run with that the way you want to, right? And the ones that didn't happen to get a job in the field that they got the degree in, well, McDonald's is hiring for in some places $22 an hour if you got a college degree. I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? I mean, y'all told my friends that learn the code, ain't it? Learn the code, right? Learn the code, huh? Well, guess what? Shoes on the other foot, bitch. But anyway, we got some other BS to get to. That was my little bit of America for you from the eyes of a minarchist and a no nonsense common sense mofo. But this next video I'm going to play is very, very, very disturbing. Very disturbing. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna play the video real quick. We'll let y'all make your assessment before I pull up on the scene crispy and clean, and we're gonna talk about it. If I can find it, where is it? Where's the video? I know it's right here. Oh, there it is. All right, let's go.
This is the beginning of what's going to happen here. When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street, you start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the Civil Rights Movement was about, the Civil Rights Movement was about these very kinds of protests. There's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt, it's to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make people uncomfortable in these times. If you see how uncomfortable people uncomfortably...
I know y'all seen that video at least once. Some of you seen it on the Patreon, right? Those of you that did see it on Patreon, I want to hear your comments in the chat. Go ahead and let me know in the chat what and you know, you seen it here. Let me know what you see, what you feel in the chat. Those of you in Radio Land, you can obviously email me at torturelibertymedia@gmail.com. Let me know your reactions to that video. It was a very disgusting display of human nature. But then again, right? So let's give people the backstory that's never seen it, right? On Sunday, at the City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota, a group of anti-ICE protesters disrupted a worship service, right? Now, the protesters were from what's called RJN, Racial Justice Network, and Black Lives Matter Minnesota. And they entered this sanctuary during the service chanting slogans like ICE out and justice for Renee Good. And the service was forced to end 20 minutes early because of the situation, right? Now, here's why they were there, right? The protesters, right, had targeted the church because they believe its pastor, one of its pastors, David Easterwood, is the same individual serving as the acting field office director for ICE and immigration, for immigration and customs enforcement in St. Paul, right? And they're arguing that his role in federal immigration enforcement is incompatible with his position as a spiritual leader. That's not for them to determine. So they both can kick fucking rocks. And I hope they eat them as they do, right? More than likely, this David Easterwood of this church is not the same guy. It's putting two and two together with common sense. It's not the same guy. It's not the same guy, right? So these people decided that they was going to do that. And here's my take. Here's my take, right? This was lawless harassment, right? This was intimidation, right, of Christians, right? And here's one of the funny things, right? One of the leaders of that group, right? Nekima Levy Armstrong deemed this action as a necessary civil disobedience, right? Saying that here's her take. She argues that the community's trauma from ICE actions outweighs the disruption of a service. Now, let's get into this. Those of you have probably heard it flying around the news. We're going to talk about the FACE Act. We got to talk about it. House and Title 18, Section 248. FACE meaning freedom of access to clinic entries. Now, this was originally passed, right? Keep in mind, this was originally passed to stop people from blocking abortion clinic doors, etc. Right? This is where that comes from. Now, let me give you a little history on this FACE Act, right? Because this act was actually passed in 1994. All right. And they're saying what the FACE Act actually protects, right? Most people associate it with abortion clinics, but it also applies to medical clinics, including those that provide abortions, counseling, or general reproductive care. It applies to pro-life pregnancy centers, and it applies, watch this, to churches, synagogues, and mosques and other houses of worship. Right? Now, under the FACE Act, between 2021 and 2025, okay, 57 people have been prosecuted under the FACE Act. About 25 individuals were convicted during that period. Now, prior to Trump's pardons, 10 individuals were still actively incarcerated under the FACE Act. One of them, a longtime friend of mine, Bevelyn Beatty. She was one of the ones that was incarcerated because she prayed in front of an abortion clinic, and they said she violated the FACE Act by praying. This is crazy. This is crazy work, right? Now, on the 24th, right, of January, right, Pam Bondi issued a memorandum directing federal prosecutors to stop enforcing the FACE Act except in extraordinary circumstances involving cases of death, such as cases involving death or significant property damage. Now we have to look at the situation now, right? We have to look at Section 2 of this piece, right? Section 2. By force or threat of force or by physical obstruction intentionally injures, intimidates, or interferes with or attempt to injure, intimidate, or interfere with any person lawfully exercising or seeking to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at a place of religious worship. What those people did in that video was precisely Section 2. So I don't want to hear this woman, right, talking about it's necessary. No. Because what's that girl's name? Some Armstrong, Levy Armstrong. Dear kind ma'am, please do understand, right? By you doing this and thinking it's justified, you're justifying the neo-Nazis spraying swastikas on synagogues with no rebuke. That's what you're calling for. You're the same people. You guys are the same. You people that walked into that church and did what you did, right? You are the same. You're the same as the neo-Nazis spraying swastikas on synagogues. You people can try to talk their way out of this, but it's not. No, it's the same. And that's what you're promoting. So if you don't think you should be prosecuted on the FACE Act, right, for disrupting that church, then don't bitch about the neo-Nazi that sprays a swastika on a synagogue. Tell you two teams need to huddle up and make sure you get this shit right. That's what I say. You both huddle up and get this shit right. It'd be no different if a neo-Nazi burned a cross in the front yard of a Black Baptist church. You're promoting the same shit, and you think you special enough because you got brown skin that you can't be prosecuted by the law that is housed here in Title 18, Section 248. Please do understand. You better just do the right thing and turn yourself in. It's not civil disobedience because the Nazis think spraying a swastika on a synagogue is disobedience. The Ku Klux Klan thinks burning a cross in the front yard of a black church is civil disobedience. So either we abide by the law across the board or we don't. We either prosecute and to Pam, or actually, it's not going to be Pam Bondi's wheelhouse. This is going to be Harmeet Dillon's wheelhouse because she is the Deputy Attorney General of the Civil Rights Division. That's who has to prosecute that. And Harmeet Dillon, she been on her shit. She be on her shit. So I have confidence that she will bring down the charges, and I hope Pam Bondi doesn't try to block her. I want people to understand this parallel, these so-called anti-ICE activists and BLM activists. They think they are they supersede, not above the law, they supersede the law. No, I'm sorry. And you know what else is even scary? You know what that reminded me of? Right? What could have easily happened? Because these people have been known to stab people, right? We've seen the videos where these anti-ICers and these BLMers or whatever, right, are stabbing people, right? I want you to understand, right? This could have been another Sutherland Springs, Texas incident. Those of you that don't remember Sutherland Springs, almost 10 years ago, a man walked into a church with a pew-pew, didn't he? Y'all remember it now, don't you? He walked in that church with a pew-pew. That could have happened in this church right here. Somebody could have went in stabbing or shooting because they don't like the fact that maybe the pastor may be affiliated with ICE. And I hope off with all their heads. I'm saying it straight up on here. I don't care anymore. I used to curb my language on this shit. No, off with their fucking heads. On camera. Because the only way you will deter at this point, the only way you will deter crime is to put it on public display. Put the punishments on public display. Because they think you can't see behind them walls. But when we whoop your ass in public for that punishment that you owed, your compatriots will think differently. Right? And I'm going to use a page out of their book. Right? Because they want to talk about sending all the people that don't believe that to the re-education camps. Right? Prison is a re-education camp. And here's the thing, right? Here's the funny thing. In order for you to get admission to that re-education camp is to violate the law and get convicted. You are going to the re-education camp. That's where all of you belong. All of you that's obstructed ICE, all of you that are doing these things, running into these churches and screaming in people's face. You've broken the law. You go to the re-education camp. You wrote your own e-ticket to that re-education camp. And that guy with the gavel is going to determine how many years you do in that re-education camp. They'll teach you how to walk again, how to have structure again, how to put on your clothes again. They'll even strip search and make sure you can get shit up your ass and go stab people with it. Talk about re-education. Huh? I mean, y'all love re-education camp so much. Go to prison. Go to prison. Because, I mean, you're already statist anyway, so I guess you might just fit right into the prison system. Because when the prison system, when they release people out of prison after 5+ years, they're ultimately statist. They get on their knees every time the state comes around. So you guys that are anti-ICE and all that, you'd fit right into prison. You'd fit right in. The question is, do you want supermax or minimum? And most of you should get supermax to get that discipline your parents didn't give you. But no, y'all can't walk around these streets around here and just think you can just pull up on Section 2 and just like, no, it's a necessary thing we have to do. It's no. Y'all said a symbol of love was necessary. No, all y'all should have been in jail then too. All y'all should have been in jail too then. And I don't want to hear shit, right? When the people, right? The people, these anti-ICers called white supremacists and Nazis start marching the streets against their bullshit. I don't want to hear their mouth. I don't want to hear a single thing out of their mouth. They should take a whole ass seat on the curb. A whole ass seat. Because they provoked it. I'm not telling my friends that may be down with that to come out and march in droves like that because you don't want to stoop to their level. But at the same time, tit for tat's a bitch. And when they come walking down through your neighborhood, marching in military formation, don't say shit. When they run up in your churches in the name of civil disobedience, don't say shit. Because you have provoked it. You don't have a right to infringe on someone else's property because you think something. And all those people you hurt emotionally, psychologically, because y'all came in acting like a bunch of rabid fools. They should pin all of you on the fucking wall in the courtroom and give you all 15-year sentences to re-educate yourself on how to act civil in our society. Because Lord knows, I'm telling you, if this was a minarchist type society, the victim is not the victim's families would have some lashings on that ass. Because you violated their property rights, thinking you're doing something virtuous. You're also then lucky it's not one of them churches that had a shotgun behind every damn pew. Because it'd have been a whole different news report. If them shotguns, them Mossbergs would have been behind them pews and behind the pulpit. And don't think them gowns in the choir up there behind the pulpit, they ain't got nothing up on their legs. Don't think that for a minute. Don't think that for 1 minute. So I guarantee you they do. So let this be a full warning from the man behind the mic. Y'all ain't got too many more churches to be running up in. Talking some anti-ICE and all that. Because you might end up on ICE. Anyway. Told y'all it's going to be quick. I just want to let y'all go through, see what was going on. These people, you got to keep your head on a swivel, people. Keep your head on a swivel. Do the things to it. Appreciate y'all stopping by. We got to roll out. We got to do the thing. So, with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. versus the Fifth Estate. Make sure you come back tomorrow. Spirits today. Me and Miss Val. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't think nobody knows what it's going to be. I usually she doesn't. I don't think she knows right now what it is, but I think she knows. I give her Miss Val all the credit she knows. So with that, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Make sure y'all come back tomorrow for Experience Today. Until next time, y'all. Peace and love, y'all.